What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know what I'm doing here or what I'm trying to teach through this channel, make sure to go watch some of my previous videos. But today I'm going to be going over kind of my mastery database. So this is where I track everything, where I put all my knowledge I'm learning, and this is how I'm basically mastering trading. So my goal is to get triple-digit returns on average out of the stock market for 5 years. When I can do that, I'll say I'm getting pretty close to mastering it, all right? Obviously, I'd like to do way better, but that's the goal I'm aiming for right now. So the time I'm thinking I need to put into this is around 10,000 hours. That comes out to being around 6 hours a day of practice and learning for around 5 years. So obviously, that's a pretty ambitious goal, but that's just something to aim for. It'll probably take longer than 5 years, but it's nice to have a little goal that'll challenge you a little better than just average. So I track that in here in my hours log, and basically I just input the hour each day. And I have this Notion app on my phone, and then it adds it up for me at the bottom. So I'm at 167 hours currently, and that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to update it from hour 0 to 167 now. All right, moving on here, the core skills to learn. Now these are each a page individually. So as you can see, like I have control over emotions. It has all my notes on that and how I'm learning to do that. And each one of these is a core skill that I need to master trading. So I need to master all of these in order to really get a grasp on how to trade efficiently and trade correctly. So the main one is 5-star setup recognition. If you can't do this, then you're not going to be a master trader. So you got to figure out what setup you're going to trade and then really dig down. So this is kind of my notes on that. Let's go ahead and move down here. Then we have meta skills. Now these are skills that just improve everything you do. And so intense focus will help me learn this a lot faster, obviously. And then I have, a lot of notes on that. Then we have learning how to learn, which is kind of weird when you think about it. But if you learn how to learn and learn really fast, then it can speed up everything you do and just make you better in general. Next, we have time management. If you're working a job like me still, you need to really learn how to manage your time to make your most of it if you're going to master something effectively. Next, we have health, mental, and physical. And I'll do videos on all of these over time, but that's just a little overview. Next, we have practice techniques for each. Well, we won't talk about that a whole lot right now. Next, we have goals to aim for. Now, this is a very important part of this whole process because it kind of gamifies you learning it. So some of y'all, like me, who've spent thousands of hours on video games, I want to channel those hours in my future into mastering something. So I've set up goals, note however many books, upload videos. And uploading videos is me learning because if I can teach it, then I learn it a lot better. Then I have practice, get to 500 charts in the database, 1,000 charts in the database. I'll show you all that in a little bit. But that's just an example of how to gamify it. And then we have the resources. So this is where, a lot of the learning engine is. So I'll go over first, the setup database. And this is still under construction, still working on it. But this is where I have hundreds of past setups, as you can see. And I'm going through right now and trying to study it and analyze, what are the characteristics of certain types of setups, what can I expect? As you can see, this is kind of what I've got. It's just a before picture of the setup whenever it breaks out, and then what happened afterwards. So yeah, pretty cool. Now this is a vital part of you learning how to trade, is you have to make a database because you have to be able to see for yourself the setups in real time. And the only way to do that is to go back in history and find past setups and internalize them and learn them. But I'll do a whole video on that, so let's move on. Next, let's go ahead and I'll show you guys the setup checklist later. That's really cool. I'm very excited about showing y'all that. I've got masters and their lessons. So this is a page where just different masters. I'm still filling it out. And then we have trading book list. So I've made a little chart here, and each one of these is actually a page that has notes on it. And so even if it's not a trading book specifically, so I have a lot of actual, trading books, but there's also one like 12 Rules for Life, How to Live on 24 Hours a Day, Limitless. They all go into sharpening those skills I showed y'all earlier. But as you can see, each one of these pages is the notes on the book. So I can go back through and learn from them and really, make these books worth it by putting this stuff into action. So we'll move on from here, and I'll probably do a video on most of the books that I find really essential to y'all learning. So that'll be cool too. But let's go ahead and go back And then that's pretty much it. This is my YouTube channel, how to speak better. And then this is where I keep track of the videos I'm going to post. So that's not really relevant. But then I have Swing Trading School. So if you're going to trade the setup like I do, you need to follow Quality Maggie and go through all of his Swing Trading School videos. So this was my notes on those. So yeah, this is pretty much where I'm at after 150 hours of trying to master this and taking notes and reading and listening to podcasts. So all of those hours that you see in this log is not just directly, looking at charts. This is anything that affects me trading. So anything that makes my trading better, even if it's reading a book on, emotions, controlling emotions, like that goes into my hours because it is specifically improving my trading. So yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. And if you want to make something like this is just Notion.com or whatever. And it's a free app. You can get it on your phone too. And you can really get busy making some cool stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from it. I'm going to be updating y'all as I build this kind of second brain on mastering trading. So make sure you subscribe to see more. See y'all later.